Hello, my name is Colton Wedge, and I've decided to do and I apologize. I apologize in advance. I am currently working, but I'm on my break, so it worked out. My project is over Walt Disney. The reason I chose to do and research Mr. Disney is because he has a massive influence, even today. Even today, 50 years after his death, he has massive influence on the United States and the state of Florida, with his company currently contributing massive amounts of income to Florida's tourism industry and the overall travel to the state. So Disney was an entrepreneur, an animator, and an artist. All right, Walt's early life. He was born on December 5th, 1941, in Chicago, Illinois. In the early years of the First World War, at age 16, he faked his age to volunteer for the Red Cross. He obtained a scholarship to Kansas City Arts Institute as a result of his volunteer and his service to the Red Cross. He met Ub Iwerks, which would be one of his biggest partners in the creation of his company in Disney World and in his animation in his empire. His first animated character was Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, but unfortunately was stolen from him by his former animators. They stole everything, his studio, his characters, but they didn't steal Ub Iwerks, which, as I mentioned, was a crucial feature, or a crucial character, and a crucial helper in developing Disney. While on the train back home, he doodled Mickey. And here I have an image of Mickey's design in 1928 and his design in 1935. The 35 design has seen minor changes in the years, obviously color being the biggest, but the 1928 design, as you can tell, looks drastically different from what his design looked like even in 1935, a mere 7 years later. In 1929, he created the Silly Symphonies. These were the original animated shorts that lasted for about 10 years. And afterwards, they lost popularity, and he began to focus more on Mickey's design and his friends. Became popular in 1933 and just remained at the top. That is Mickey and his friends. Snow White, the Seven Dwarfs, and many other films like Pinocchio, Dumbo, and Bambi challenged the film industry. Many people, when they initially saw the animated movies, questioned animation's viability in being a movie, and as a result, he was often critiqued harshly. But the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs completely blew away critics. They overwhelmed the industry, and he created something new from that. There was a strike, an animator strike, in the mid-40s while all these movies were being cranked out, as you can imagine. There were a few animators that were not happy with the amount of work that they had to do, and Walt quickly shut them down and resumed his normal work. Walt in the 50s, more animated movies appeared under Walt's name. Cinderella in 1950, Alice in Wonderland in 51, and Peter Pan in 53. 101 Dalmatians and Sleeping Beauty also came out in the late 50s. And Disney California, which I have an image of here, the first image taken of Disney California, opened in 1955, Disneyland rather. Walt saw more opportunity within theme parks. He saw more opportunities to expand his empire. He saw more opportunities to put the Disney name, and even today we make the joke that the Disney name is on everything. But he saw more opportunity to spread the business that he created, and created the first theme park in California in 1955. And this image I was actually really surprised to see. This is the first image that they took of the theme park. He envisioned a new futuristic park in Florida. continue to animate and live, he continued to create animated and live action movies until his death. He died in 1965 of lung cancer, and unfortunately did not see Disneyland or Walt Disney World in Florida open. The Florida park, like I said, opened up in 1971, and as mentioned in the beginning of the video, Florida's tourism industry was already, compared to the rest of the United States, high, but the opening of Walt Disney World drastically increased Florida's overall tourism industry. And from someone, like I said, that appreciates the free market, from someone that appreciates the credibility, what private businesses and what corporations do for the overall economy, is this is part of the reason I chose to do Walt Disney, was because of the influence that Disney World has even today. This I thought it was amazing to find this image. This was a Time magazine image from Walt Disney World in Orlando opening up. And I did find its viability. It did say 1971. At first I thought it was just something else recreated, but... And then his legacy. Disney is a massive corporation now. We make the jokes, especially here in Florida, that Disney's name is on everything. And it is on a lot of things. My biggest being Star Wars, something that was a Lucasfilm, a small private movie filmmaker, is now property of Disney. They still produce movies. Most recent I can think of being Maleficent. I know there have been other recent ones, but that's the most recent one I can think of. And both parks, Disneyland in California and Walt Disney World here in Orlando, are still thriving, still contributing to California's economy and Florida's economy. And I decided to include the modern day logo for Walt Disney World. All right. Thank you, and have a good day.